Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of here with Astropreneur. My name is Liam. For those of you who do not know me, please, while you're out here, please, and you're watching this stream, please click like and subscribe and ding that bell on YouTube. If you're watching after the live event, please again hit like and subscribe and give those thumbs up and ding that bell so you get notified of any future recordings that I'm doing and any future live streams that I'm doing. Now, I generally do live streams on Hangouts on Wednesdays, and I do an interview of some form of different with various companies on Thursday evenings, like we're doing tonight. So tonight's special guest is his name is Peter Liang, and he's actually the project manager and marketing manager for a company called Weedo. So those of you who do not know Weedo, they're a 3D printing company. They've been around a long time, but they've been more and more pushing out into the US markets and so on. So let's learn a little bit about the company. Let's learn a little bit about Peter, and let's welcome Peter into the conversation. Hey, Peter, how are you?
Yeah, hello, Lynn. How are you? I'm
very
fine.
Good, very good. Are you looking forward to Chinese New Year that's coming up in a few weeks?
Yeah, we will have the Chinese New Year for about 1 week, and we will just have 1 week, and we will get to our Chinese New Year. So I'm very exciting for the holiday.
It'd be nice to get a break. It's been a busy year.
Yeah, so in the last year, all the people in the country maybe I need to say we are so it's a hard year, so we need to forward to a new year. Yes.
Yeah. Same here. Like everybody who's normally goes to the office have been working out of home. And when you have kids at home and working out of home, it's really difficult because you have homeschooling and you're trying to work, you're trying to juggle everything. It gets difficult. And then with all these restrictions, you can't go meet family and so on. It does make life hard. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Peter Liang, and I come from China, and we live in Jiangsu province, and our city is Nanjing. So now I'm working in a factory, and our brand is Weedo, and we just promotion a new product on Kickstarter. The name of the product is Weedo X40. Maybe some people know about us, and some people are not very familiar with us. So I think this time it's a good opportunity for our company to introduce our product and our company to all of the people in the world. So thanks for your invitation. Yeah.
Of course. Well, we'll talk about the X40 in a while. But before we get to that, I want to learn a little bit about you first of all. So tell me a little bit about you. Like you already said where you're from in China, but tell us really a little bit more about your background and what you studied in college and so on, so people have an idea of where you have come from.
Yeah. So in fact. The first job, my job of my graduation is the designing of 3D printers. So some of the printers we do is designed by myself. And,
cool.
I just when I was at school, we have a project which is designing 3D printers, and we cooperated with the company whose name is Weedo, and we work together to designing the 3D printers and finish it and get the project to the production. And after I graduate from from school, I joined the company, and I'm working with the design work, and it about takes 3 years. After 3 years, I think it is. I want to to enjoy a new thing. So I talked to my boss, and I wanted to do the promotion and to the marketing work. So I just to work this, and I also I study and learn about a lot of English. So I think it is a good way for me to communication and to talk with people in the in the foreign countries. So I just start the new job, new work.
So you started off designing printers in college. So what were you doing? Mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, or what were you studying?
Mechanical, yeah.
Mechanical engineering. Okay. And then a project in school was to help design a 3D printer, and that became your job.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've had some people on my channels who on my chats who actually were customers and became. I've never heard of someone who actually started off a school project as designing a 3D printer and ended up making it a career. It was the company that they were designing for. So that's kind of a neat option. That's probably not a very common option to get, to go straight from college into a job, doing what you continuing what was a college project per se. So what printer was that? What printer did you design in college?
Maybe I can show you. So
well, you can just you can show. You can tell us the name of it also.
So the name is we call the print name Weebox One. I mentioned a brand Weebox. So it is it's a lot we do. When we start the 3D printers, we just we just use the brand Weebox, and we started the 3D printers, and after about 3 years, and we started the brand Weedo, and Weedo is more suitable for the foreign country, and Weebox we just use this brand to the market in China, and for Weedo we use this brand all more of the printers in foreign. So
other companies do that, like JG Aurora changed the name to JG Maker for the international market. So other companies do that. They have a domestic. Oh, I think we lost. Oh, you're there again. Okay, sorry, we lost you for a moment. So some companies do that. They have they have a domestic brand name, and then they have an international brand name. So like you do. So what made you? I know you said you wanted to look at new opportunities, but like, why marketing? Marketing from engineering is very, very, very different.
Yes, I know.
So why did you choose marketing when you came from it? When you have an engineering background?
So I have I have another major. I am also do the industrial design and industrial design with our teacher, and we when we started the project, we do a lot of marketing work just to study the people and starting the market, and so we study a lot of things about how to design a product before. Before we started the designing work, we need to study the people and study the market and study a lot of things. And in this way, we can make sure the product is suitable for people and suitable for the market. So this is I think from the marketer to the designing, it is I can say it is quite it is also important before designing products.
Mm-hmm.
So I think marketing is the beginning, and also it is very important for the people when they designing a prototype and to make the products better, and we connect the survey and collect the suggestion from the people who use the printers, and they have some suggestion for us to make the printer better. So we give the opinion to our team, and they will do a lot of things for example, to make the better firmware, to make the software, and to make the mechanical more stable and more well. So I think all of this is quite important to make the printer better and better.
Yeah, well, it's important to get the see the end user point of view, right?
Yes.
Because you can. I agree that the marketing side of it is good. And since you have marketing engineering, when you're talking about a product, you can talk technically about a product because that's where
Yes.
you came from. And I think that a lot of, not all, but a lot of engineers think they design something
Yes.
and it works perfect for them, but they don't look at the end user who's never bought a 3D printer in the past, and they plug it
Yes.
in and they hit the switch and they say, "Oh, it doesn't work because they didn't tram the bed, they didn't do this, they didn't do that." So it's
Yes.
learning and understanding the market and the people you're selling to, and then knowing how little some of those people know about the products, and being able to transcribe that into an actual working product and the documentation that goes with it makes a big
Yes.
difference.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, so when you got out of college, as you said, you went straight into Weedo or into Weebox. So was that an automatic for you, or did you just like, do I want to work for this company, or like what?
Uh,
Go on.
so, for Weedo, uh, the Weedo was the first invested and established with some shareholders, and Weebox is the earliest brand, and with the development of our company, and uh, the the brand of Weedo is given to one of our shareholders, and we cooperated with the shareholders, and we for Weedo, our factory, we work with Waybox, and we do the OEM and do the 3D printer production for them, and
Mm-hmm.
for our factory, we just do our brand Weedo, and we do the production of Weedo, and we do the product R&D, and to promotion Weedo to the people. For example, we sell on Amazon and eBay, and also for some other places, and we do a lot of OEM 3D printers for the wholesalers in the international world. So
Okay.
maybe some people will know we work with some familiar 3D printers companies. So I think mm, I cannot say the name of the company. Maybe,
Sure.
yeah, maybe next time. So,
Yeah, well, yeah, but if you're OEMing, obviously, like the agreement is you do you do the manufacturing for them, and they're the
yes.
brand name that they sell. So, and they don't want
Hmm.
everybody knowing about that. So there's other companies that
Yes.
do OEMing like that as well.
Hmm.
So when did the company start? As a company, when did Weedo actually begin?
It's in two 20 and 40 and six
2014.
six yeah 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. And what does Weedo mean? Like, where did the name come from, or what does it mean?
So I'm not sure which is the meaning is correct. So we just wanted to say we do, and we do it, and we dream it. So this is we think
Okay,
about
so
we
instead
we
of
doing
being
that.
WEDO, you added an
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
E in there to make it we do. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So and you kind of explained the relationship between we do and Weebox. So
Uh-huh.
what is it like to work there? Like we've been working there for many years now. So what is it like
Yeah.
working for them as a company?
Uh, so
We won't tell your
uh,
boss. It's okay.
uh, so for Weiju, our purpose, so our aim is to make 3D printers easier for the people to use.
Okay.
So our working is to make the firmware easy. For example, uh, we design the touch screen, and we design a UI system to make the operation of the printer much easier for the people. And also, we do a lot of things for the firmware and the software, and we just want to make the 3D printers easy for the beginners, and we want to make the printers can be when the people bought 3D printers from Weiju, and they can open the package and they can use it directly. So this is what we want to do to make the printer easy for all of the people. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, 3D printers is not a very easy product like cell phone, like computers, and for example, for the computers and for phone, it have a lot of years, and for the production and for a lot of company has to do the products, and it is very familiar with people, and they
Mm-hmm.
to use this. But for 3D printers, I need to say for some people, 3D printers is a new product. So a lot of people will not know how to use it, and we just wanted to make 3D printers is like a computer for people, and
Yeah.
just we wanted to make sure the printers will be a very useful tool for people to make their dreams come true.
Yeah.
So we just work on this, and there's a lot of things that we have to do. So I think this is our dream. We just want to make our 3D printers more professional and more easy for the
But
peoples.
yeah, a lot of people when they hear the word printer, they think like a desk jet printer or an office jet, an inkjet printer that you plug in, you hit go, and it works.
Yeah.
3D printing is not like that because there's a learning curve involved, and
Yes.
you can simplify it to as much as possible. But there's
Mm-hmm.
obviously an area where they need to go from here to
Yeah.
here in a learning curve, right? They need to
Yes.
ramp up quickly, and
Yes.
the easier this ramp up is the better. Because I help people out a lot online. A lot of people who are on here help other people, beginners online, and a lot of forums and groups on Facebook and
Mm-hmm.
so on. And a lot of people saying like the stuff is not sticking to the bed. What am I doing wrong? Well, you didn't trim your
Yes.
bed. How do I trim my bed? Well, there's about 50,000 videos out there on how to trim your bed, but you can only get it. You can only bring them so far, and then after that point, they have to start to learn because you can't always handle. But the easier the UI is, and the easier it is to do stuff, I agree with you. It makes it better, and in time, I think printers will get to the point where it's a box. You stand it there, you plug it in, and you hit go, and it just does it. But
Yeah.
we are probably 5 or 10 years away from that yet.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
So we are working on this to make this will happen.
Yeah, and that's cool. For a lot of beginners, a lot of people don't get into 3D printing because they think it's complex, and it kind of
Yes.
is a little bit. But the
Mm-hmm.
more it's simplified, the easier it becomes for them in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So you mentioned the X40 a moment ago. So let's before we
Yeah.
talk about the X40 itself.
Uh-huh.
So you've done your first Kickstarter.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
How hard is a Kickstarter? Now, a lot of people think a
Oh.
Kickstarter is kind of easy. Let Walk us through the process that's involved in getting a Kickstarter up and running.
So I think for the Kickstarter project, we prepared it for about half a year, for a long time. But when all of our prepared job is ready, and you know, you just mentioned about the GG Maker in the Kickstarter. Yeah, they also released Idex 3D printers, and we just in in the behind of them. So I think this make our product will not so 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 familiar for people. And we prepared about 20 size of the X40 to the YouTube reviewers in the international. We just send a lot of printers to the reviewers in US and also in the EU market. But when we release the Kickstarter, you just see in our link there are only 6 reviewers have do the review work. However, we have sent about 20 sets of the printers. So I think, and also the brand of Weedo is not very familiar with people, and so for some reviewers, they will maybe when they receive some printers from Weedo and from GG Maker or from Creality, they may first to review the printers from the Creality, and then the printers from GG Maker, and the last printer maybe from Weedo. So
there is. I won't say it's a bias. It's a familiarity out there with reviewers, especially the really big names, and they tend to review the name brands, the known brands that they are aware of, whereas other brands they may not delve into as fast, or they may not. They may just say no. So it's often good to ask them in advance, will they do a review for you? And if they say yes, then ship it, because as you sent out about 20 printers and you got 5 people or 6 people to do a review. That goes to show that if you ask them in advance and they commit to doing it, then it's worth shipping. But yeah, it's hard. Like when you're trying to break into a new market, it is always difficult.
Yes.
So on the last topic we were talking about making stuff easier, and Nonfem said instruction manuals and user interface are a big step forward for ease of use. So yeah, make sure the instruction manuals are easy to understand. If whichever market you're shipping it to, make it available in the local language whenever possible. Also make it easier. I know that there's a lot of work involved in that, but it does help a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
So when we start the project, and also we have work with the company, the promotion company. We worked together to promote our products. The company also cooperated with GG Maker, and
okay.
When
but that's different because I know, but because a marketing company will deal, like a company who promotes or markets will deal with 50 companies doing the same product, but they're all treated as individual projects. So and that's common because I know there's only a few companies in China, marketing firms, who work with Kickstarter, right?
So
there's only a small few companies who do that, and chances are, if you go to one, they've already worked with or are about to work with or are working with somebody else who's doing something similar. So it's a growing market, but it's a small market.
Yeah. So we have to start our project after the ending of GG Maker. So we just to start the project later than JJ Maker.
Yeah. There's a question there, but I'll come back to it in a moment because I'm going to ask it anyway. He's asking
Uh-huh.
about printers at home, and I have that plan to ask you a question on that. So I'll come back
Uh-huh.
to that in a moment, Jerry.
Okay.
So how successful was your Kickstarter? I assume that you actually made them. You said you met your goals and and exceeded those goals because I know you have shipped product already. So let's talk
Yes.
about that. Let's talk a little bit about that project. Um,
So
Go ahead.
okay. After the ending of our project, there are about 530 bakers who support our project,
Okay.
and yeah. In the beginning of this month, we shipped out the first batch of printers to the US, and
Hmm.
I have to say, I got the news from the shipping company that the first batch of the printers just arrived to the US, and I
Oh, that's
think,
good.
yeah, it will take about 10 days, maybe. Uh, they can receive the receive the printers. So I think the printers is arrived in Los Angeles. I think so.
Okay, so you
For
shipped to California first. Okay.
yeah,
So
yes,
any backers who are watching this out there, anyone who's on any of those backers out there, they're you're getting an update that some of your printers have actually arrived in the US now. If you're a US backer, and you should be. Oh, let's see if we can get Peter back in. Okay, there you go. And you'll be getting a machine. Hopefully, you'll be getting a machine, or at least the first batch of backers will be getting the machine in the next week or two. It probably has to go through U.S. Customs, which takes 5-10 days maybe before it gets out of U.S. Customs. It'll vary a little bit. So
yeah.
I've had stuff in the past stuck 6 weeks in U.S. Customs. Yeah, it was crazy, but right now it seems to be better.
Okay, so
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about. First of all, why do you call it the X40?
so I think you know for the X, it is it is a mysterious symbol, X, and
Yeah.
and also for the 40, and it is the Max printing Z size. So we just call it
40 centimeters
X4.
high.
Yeah, we just call it X40. And also, for the Idex 3D printers, it can print in lots of things. We can
Hmm.
print about the duplication mode and the mirrored mode. So I think for Idex, it is quite face for the X, and you can imagine a lot of things for X, so we call it X40.
So okay, so you did tell me you have an X40 there, right? Do you
Yeah.
want to show people
Yes.
what the X40? Let me make you full screen so you can show
Uh-huh.
people what the X40 looks like. So let me bring you up to large screen, and you can show
Okay.
people what it looks like.
So is this whether this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is a tested print I got from the factory, and this is our meeting room. I just so will this be okay?
Yeah, yeah, this works. Yeah.
So this is two independent extruders, and this is 4.3 touch screen, and this we designed the quick connect button, and there should have a Wi-Fi camera, but we did not assemble it because this is under the testing of the printer. So this
Yeah.
you will see this, and
Yes, it's got a built-in camera as well to watch your prints.
yes.
Oh, that's a nice
So
feature.
yeah, so this is a removable bed. Maybe you see.
Is it
And
a glass bed or?
not a glass bed, just
I like the clip.
okay. So
Oh,
the
it's
bed
a
is
aluminum bed. Okay.
yeah. So and also we use we use a we use a sensor. You see, we use a sensor for the out leveling,
Yeah.
and also uh, for the for the IDEX 3D printers, when we print the copy mode, uh, we we can print the some models at one time, and sometimes if the bed is not leveling, for example, this side will higher and this is lower. So when we print print the copy mode, the printing will not very successfully. This is not leveling, and this it will print at the sometimes. So we consider about this, and uh, we use we designed the the progress to make sure the copy printing will be okay. So which means when we start the copy printing, the the sensor will test the bed for 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 the left side and for the right side. It will calculate the left side and the right side to make sure the the bed is suitable for the copy and the mirror printing. If
Yeah.
if the bed is not if not parameter, for example, the left side is higher about 2 millimeters than the right side. So we will give a give a tips and give a significance on
Oh,
the screen, and it will tell you maybe it will fail for the copy mode. You need to re 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 readjust the bed. So I
so
think
it's
this
got a
is a
built-in. It's got built-in
yeah.
help function as well.
Yes. So this is
Okay.
very cool. And also
And
I wanted to show you another function. So we I know lots of people. So maybe it's not cannot see. Lots of people are for me. I want to change the firmware of their printers. Some
hmm
people are familiar with Marine, and they want to change for the parameters of the printers. So we just show the firmware important parameters in the screen, and we can see the home offset and the step motors parameters, so people can change it or to save it. So I think this is a uh, very, very cool function for the people who are familiar with the 3D printers. They can change the parameters.
And
Another,
is the firmware open source?
yeah, it is open source. We just work on it and we will release it.
Oh, good. Yeah, a lot of people like to make changes to their machines, so a lot of experienced makers out there like to have that ability.
Yes.
Did I
Also,
see Wi-Fi there? Did
yes,
Wi-Fi
yes,
built in?
yes. I just told there is a Wi-Fi camera. Yes.
Oh, it's a Wi-Fi camera. Okay.
Yeah. So the Wi-Fi chip we use is ESP 32.
Yeah.
ESP 32. So we just use this Wi-Fi chip.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's a nice winner. So
uh,
why did you choose
mhm.
Bowden? I know the other company that released an IDEX. They went with
Yeah.
direct drive. Why did you choose a Bowden drive instead of a direct drive?
So you know, for the Borden driver, the motor is far away from it. Yeah, so it will the weight of the Borden the weight of the extruder will be will be less than the direct driver. So it will make sure it will make this X more stable, and it will make it and to make it moving faster and stable. So it will make it much easier for we printing about the printing with the faster printing mode or the quick speed. And also we have tested the TPU filament. Some people want to use the direct extruder. Just they want to use the TPU. And also for this Borden driver, we tested with TPU. It works all right and also works very well. So we just use this.
There's a few people volunteering to test the machine if you want testers and reviewers here in the States. They're on the chat. There's people saying that's really cool, and they really like the Wi-Fi camera. And one question: when is this going to be? Like, I know the Kickstarter is done. When is this going to be available for purchase as a standard printer off Amazon or off your website?
The printer will be on Amazon within 1 month.
Okay.
And for the people, for example, they not in the US, they can contact with us. We can send the printer to them from our factory directly, and we will check the shipping cost for them, and it will maybe it will take about the MSRP price, and with the shipping cost for the people.
So what is the retail price of the printer?
So
in US dollars.
So sorry.
What is the cost? What is the price of this retail here in the US? Now, when in 1 month, when it'll be on Amazon, what will people have to pay for this?
So I'm all right to show the printer, or
it's up to you.
Okay, so the price on Amazon will be about will be around 700 US dollar. Yeah, it is about the actual we will give 50 coupons when the printers arrived on Amazon. It will the price will be about 650 US dollar.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's about the same as other Idex machines. Some are on a little earlier, but because they're early release for pricing. But once they go commercial, they're going to be in around the same price, I think.
Yes.
We have some people who are experienced printer users out there who are on the stream, who are eager to offer their services to do reviews of your printer if you want them. They're here in the US. If you want, we can talk about a little bit more about it in a moment. But there are a few people offering. I know Jerry at 3D Printing and Painting. He's got a couple of thousand people who monitor his who are on his channel, and also Tripods Garage. He's got a couple of thousand people on his channel. So these are two guys who are very experienced. I know for sure are experienced in 3D printing, and they're offering to do reviews if you want people to do reviews here. So why did you choose Idex over everything, all the other options that are out there? Why Idex? Because Idex is not the easiest printer in the world to use, right? You have a steep learning curve because it's not for beginners. It's for people who understand how printers work, right? Because there is a learning curve.
So for the for the IDEX, the first printers we designed the IDEX is we cooperated with high school.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to test the PLA and the TPU filament, so they want to print two kinds of filaments, which is the material is different. So they come to our company and tell their request, and we think so the this kind of requirement must be printed by IDEX 3D printers. So we designed the IDEX 3D printer, and we helped them design the two printers, and we tested the printing with PLA and TPU, and ABS with TPU, and the printing is very difficult for two different kinds of materials, but I can say we finish this, and we work on how to change the slicing parameters and to make this come true. So and we we helped them work out, and we print the testing box for them. And then we think about IDEX is very useful for people to do a lot of things. They can they can printing with two colors, and also they can they can print with the this is the PVA PVA filament. So
Dissolvable.
so the surface will be very smoothly for the printing. So I think IDEX is very very useful, and so we wanted to make this printer not for the high school, but also for the beginners. And we redesigned the printer, and we designed the new UI system and the firmware, and make it suitable for the beginners to use the complex IDEX, and we make it much easier for them. So we release it, and we just say we release it on the Kickstarter to show our work. So
yeah, I think the fact I like the idea that you're working with schools, and the idea came out of a school. School getting kids involved in 3D printing gets them set up for if they ever go into engineering in the future and prototyping and so on. Everything is going to be 3D printing. So the fact that you're working with schools doing this is great, because anybody who doesn't know how to 3D print is getting and gets an engineering degree are going to be left behind when they go to the workplace, because in the workplace you're going to prototype everything on 3D printing, and the way it's going right now, in the next couple of years, half of what you're going to be making for cars and making for, like, SpaceX 3D prints part of their rocket in metal.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. I have to say, Elon Musk is very.
yeah, he's taking leaps and bounds, and he's using modern technology that we as makers use, right?
Yes.
And some manufacturing is using for prototyping, but he's using it for end products. And he's making high temperature steel materials. It's laser sintering, but still, he's 3D printing stuff like that, right? He's 3D printing certain components, and like more and more of the world is going to end up doing that, because the future is quick prototyping, and even in some cases, like there's some situations now where laser sintering of metals is becoming cheap, more and less expensive, and people are going to start making metal parts at home. We make plastic, right? We carve wood with CNC, we burn wood with lasers, we print plastic, but the future is we'll be printing metal at home in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm guessing, because the cost is coming down drastically on those, and it's becoming more readily available in modern day. So we're getting there. So anyone who learns engineering or decides to go into anything like that will have to have that knowledge. And I think I love the idea you're working with schools. Like a lot of the printers I test, if it doesn't have a feature I really love, if it's something that's unique, I give them away to schools, right? The ones, a lot of the stuff I test, I don't keep 50 printers at home. I keep 8 or 9 printers at home, because all the ones I test, I give to a school when I'm done testing, unless it has something unique that I like to keep. So I kind of help I do something similar, but I give it to a school and they use it for the robotics program or whatever they're doing in class.
Yes.
So now that we've talked about what you have today, what does Weedo have planned for the next 12 months? What new products can you tell us about that's coming out?
So we are designing the 3D printers with the with the function of laser. This is one of the products we will do in the new year, and another printers we will do in the new year is the racing LCD 3D printers.
Okay, is it going to be a 4K or what are you planning? Is it going to be a mono screen, 4K or 2K or?
2K and 4K. We will do.
Or do you do a cheaper version and then a more expensive 4K?
Yes.
Okay. Resin is getting popular as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So and the printers maybe we will release in the August or in the September. It takes a long time for us to test and to make it easy and to find the solutions for you. You know, some people some requirements for racing, and we find some opinions and some suggestions, and also some reviews from the people. So we have connected these opinions and these points, and we have to, based on all of this, to make the printers and better than the.
Well, you should use your social media to help with that, because there's a lot of people who follow you on your Facebook and so on, and you should use that to reach out and ask the community. Other companies are doing that more and more nowadays. Not all companies, but some are, and they're actually gaining insights from the end user about what is good, what's bad, what they like, and they're using that knowledge to build and produce a better product, and using people to experienced people. I have to stress experienced people to do beta testing, because you don't want someone who's going to do a test of a printer, print one thing, and that's it. You want someone who's going to go do a lot of printing and do a lot of testing and and check everything on the printer and so on. Who's going to do a beta testing and then take that and then use that to build the final product, right? So, and there are lots of experienced people out there willing to help. To help you get there. Like as I said, there's a few here on the chat who I know who are experienced and are always willing to help out. And I know lots of other people. If you ever need people to assist you with that kind of stuff, you can always reach out to me. You know, we have contact information, so you know I'm available to you. So, do you have a printer at home?
No, I do not have a print at home, so I often printing files in office.
Okay, so what is the last thing you printed?
I think it is a car. I just print a car, yeah, and maybe I can show you later.
Sure. Well, what's the longest print you've ever done?
Longest, I think I print a lot of things and I need to assemble them together. And I think the longest printing file is about 2 days for me.
2 days? Is that all?
Yeah.
My longest is 9 days, one part.
Wow. So
yeah.
cool.
So I printed really long parts of some of the things. So you want to show us a quick tour around? You said you wanted to show us a quick tour
Okay.
around your office
Yes.
there. Okay.
Yes, I can. So you can see this is this is this is a showcase.
All of your
Can you
models.
see? Yes, this
Yeah.
is a showcase of our printing files. You can see lots of things. Okay.
Yeah.
So and I want to show you this is this is can you see? There's a lot of
Oh,
these
lots of
printers.
testing.
Yeah, this printers is just we printing the Moon Knight. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As
That's
I have met.
the Moon
Yeah.
STL, is it?
Yes. As I told you, we have worked together with the high school, and this is the this is the printer we work with the high school for their printing, and you know they are printing a lot of things. This is the first this is the first prototype of Idex 3D printers.
Oh, okay. So that's where the idea came from, and then you decided
Yes.
then to do a desktop version because that's not. You need a really big desk for that one.
Yeah. Yes. So this is the testing room, and we testing a lot of things. And when there are some new new printers, we will do a lot of testing things. And
So for
uh,
us, for us, those of us who are into 3D printing, I have one on here. Like that's a toy room for us. All of those printers. A lot of us have multiple printers at home, and like that's where we go then to play with our toys every day.
so cool. So as you can see, this is the factory of our. This is the factory, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you the
Tilt
X40.
down a little bit. Tilt down a little bit because you're up in the ceiling. There you go.
So there you go. This is the X40 we are testing, and we are maybe is it done? Okay.
Yeah, the X40, lots of them.
Yes, and this is our production line, and when the when the printers are finished, and we will move the printers to the testing line just to make sure all the printers are tested well before the package. So maybe this is a testing line. The printers when all the printers are assembled together, and the printers will get to here, and our engineering will test the printers. We need to test all of things: the screen, the firmware, the software, and also the heating bed and the heating nozzle and some a lot of things. And when all of this is tested, and it will get into the to another place for the package.
Okay, for packing and shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
saw the. Go ahead.
so maybe I can show you another print. This is a big printers of us. So it's very big.
Is that the F-150 or 152?
uh, no, the print
No,
is about 300
no, 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 no.
300.
The number,
Uh,
the number, the model number. I know you have
the
F-150 and 152S and stuff.
no, not. This is the 35
Okay.
new printers. We do not selling on Amazon because
Oh,
the
they're new
printer is
printers. Okay.
yeah, the printer is very big and very so all of this test printers will come to here, and people and also hello. Yeah. Uh, this printers is tested, and they will they need to remove all of remove this part and this part, and to pack it in the box. So
Yeah.
this is the room, and so
One of
this
your
is
backers is on here saying his printer is in a boat.
yeah.
Well, it may not be. It actually may be already landed because Peter announced a while ago that some of them have already arrived in the US. The boat has already docked. So they actually might be in US customs right now.
Yeah. So this is all of the factories and our office. I just show you around.
Cool. It's nice to see the way the production.
Thanks.
But they yeah.
Uh-huh.
So IDEX is a big thing right now, and the everybody's busy working in the office today.
So maybe I can show you about the printing progress of Alex printers. So this is a printer. It's
That's the
do the
X40.
yeah. This is X40. It is printing testy things. So there are lots of tested files.
Yeah, I like the way it. So it's a 32-bit board, correct?
Yeah. So
Nice.
this model is printing with the PLA and the TPU. The white filament is PLA, and the blue color is the TPU filament. And you can see.
Yeah.
So this is the TPU, and this is the PLA. We just to test they can work together.
Thanks, Loyal. I know I don't have enough followers for super chats yet. You keep bugging me
Yeah.
about that. Sorry, there's one of my followers. He's and Loyal is on. He's an avid supporter of the 3D printing community, and so thank you, Loyal. They so IDEX printers, the new cool. They are the new cool. Let's admit it. Everybody, like people, are doing IDEX printers. They are the latest and greatest. Like Race 3D does them, Ultimaker does them, you do them, who JG Maker does them, and they have a lot of functionality that
Yeah.
other printers don't have, and there's a lot of
Yes.
niceties to it. And I do have an IDEX printer of my here that I've been playing with my own, and they have a lot of nice features to them. So so what's next then? Like you've already told us about the products that you're going to be doing. So what's like? Do you plan to do more Kickstarters, or are you just going to push more into the marketing side to push product to try and advertise the product here in the US?
You know, it is all depends. You know, for the copying, yeah, for the copying problems. So so it all depends if the copying is better. So we will do a lot of things to directly to the market and direct to the US market. You know, you know about the CES in in Las in Las Vegas. You
Yes.
know, so our company has attended the CES every year to show our printers. So this is this is a good opportunity for us to show people in the international world. So
Yeah.
and now for next year, we will focusing on the online promotion and on social promotion, and also for the B2B platform, maybe next Alibaba, and also for Amazon and for some different platform.
Well, in the US, I think Amazon is probably the biggest if you want to really hit the US market
Yeah.
because it's easy
Yes.
for you to buy and and if there's problems, they can actually do a quick return with Amazon.
Hmm.
So it's become very popular. Um, but I think the Alibaba is probably is probably there is some people who don't mind paying their own cost tariffs and so on when they bring the product in because they do get it at
Yes.
a lower price by
Hmm.
buying it through Alibaba. Just let me check this around again. They like if they buy it from Alibaba or somewhere, they do get a lower price, and then they pay their own custom fees, whatever it is the tariffs is brought into the country. So there's a mixture of both. I think you'll find people who want to buy from both. Um, but I really like, as I said, I like IDEX, and I like that you're doing an IDEX at a price that's not ridiculous because some places are $1,500 for an IDEX printer,
Hmm.
and they can become really expensive. So IDEX is multiple extruders, multiple materials, all in one. I like that. What does anybody else think out there? Uh, so 3D printing and painting. He says he lives in Las Vegas. So if you go go to an event at Vegas, he'll be there. Jerry lives in Vegas. Um, Travis, yeah, you're late to the party. We're near the end, and you're late to the party already. You missed the tour. So does anyone have any last questions that they would like to ask Peter? Anybody have any final questions they want to ask about their latest product, which is the X40, or what they're doing in the future, or about the company in general? As I said, Peter is the marketing and project manager. He wears two hats in the company, and he's sounds like he's always kept busy. We've chatted on email, and you're always kept busy. So, the any last questions? No, going, no going. Okay, Loyal says there's well the definitive. Loyal says there's no questions. It was great. So if Loyal says that, we must have done something right.
So maybe if anyone have some questions about our company and also for the X40 and for something else, they can contact you, and also you can contact us. That's okay, you know.
So, do you want to share the company link, or do you want them to communicate through you through Facebook, or
Uh,
do you want to email you directly? Because your email is going to get busy.
so maybe that's okay. You can leave my email here. Okay.
Okay, I can I can if anyone reaches, I'll tell you what. If someone reaches out to me and asks me
Okay.
for your email, I will send the email. I
Yes.
know one or two people already have, but I will send
Yes.
it to them. If you just ping me directly on Facebook, guys, you all know me. Most of you know me on Facebook, so message me
So,
directly on Facebook, and I will share Peter's email address with you if anybody
yeah,
needs it.
I just I just see a guy say how many hours I working. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. How many hours a week do you work?
So normally we work with 8 hours, but when we get off from work, when I get to home, I still have to work for lots of things.
Yeah, and there's a
Uh,
question there: is that custom firmware on the machines? They use Marlin on the firmware. There are some unique settings to Marlin to make it work with IDEX because natively Marlin doesn't really support IDEX, so you have to do some. But it is open source, so the firmware code is available. Correct?
so our firmware is based on Marlin, and we design a lot of functions. And there are some G codes and some M codes in the Marlin, and we our engineering create another code and to make sure this happened in our X40, and we will show all of this on our wiki page. We have create a wiki page for the product to show a lot of things. Maybe you can also leave the link for
Well,
our.
if you send me the link, And what I'll do is I'll embed it in the details below this. So this will go live. This is live right now. So when we're finished,
Okay.
if you send me email me the link, I will add it into the description below
Yeah.
so people will have that description and go check it out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will
So,
share that through there.
okay.
Yeah, Jerry's asking, is thermal runaway and protection enabled?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be on. No printer should be released today without it on, right? And yeah, so it is default. Oh, do you use Meanwell power supplies?
No, not Meanware. The price of Meanware is very higher, but we use another brand. The name is Chen Liang. You know, uh, Creality and JJ Maker and a lot of 3D printers have used this power supply, so the quality is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think that's what it's in one of my printers outside has those.
Yes.
Yeah. Any last questions, guys? If you want, this is your last option to message Peter. Now, there's a few of you who wants his email. Remember, if you want his email, he's offered it to you. Message me directly, and I will. And I got Peter's permission to make it available to you. So ping me on Facebook, and find me on Facebook, and I will send it. I will in private chat on Facebook. I will send you the Peter's email address. None. Oh wait, no, we still have more questions coming in. Let's see. For Tripods, Gary says the printers look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you printed a Bernie? That's okay. There's a big thing that's related to a thing going on. There's one of the guys who in the past has run for president here in the States. He's a senator, and there's a picture going around of him sitting, wearing big mittens, all wrapped up in the cold. And right now everybody's is 3D printing models of him sitting there with his big fluffy gloves on. Actually, Jerry, I'll tell you what, you asked for his email address, Peter's email. I'll send you Peter's email, and you can send Peter the STL file, and he can get it. Then they can print Bernie there, and they can put it on.
I will check the Bernie.
Yeah. So, okay. So I think that's it. First of all, Peter, thank you. It was great to see everything. It's great to learn about you and the products. And I thank you for giving the time to me. I think you are trying to branch into the US market more and more, and I think this is only going to help, right? And people are getting to know your products more and more, and people are excited about the X40 because it's IDEX. So thank you again for giving me your time. And if you hold on one moment, I'll be back with you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
So that's not the right one. Let me switch me around with Peter and then come up here. Okay. So I hope you all found it informative. It was really cool to see the production. It was really cool to see the machines, especially the IDEX. I'm really excited about IDEX. I think it's got a lot of opportunity. And I do have one. I don't have a Weedo here. I do have another IDEX printer here, and I really like the functionality on it. So remember, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, ding that bell. Make sure you get notified of any future live streams that I'm doing. Every Wednesday, I do a hangout at 7 p.m. So if you want to come hang out with me, 7 p.m. Eastern, I do one every Wednesday night. And next weekend, or next Thursday night here, I'm actually going to have interviewing John Olaf, who is the president of Lulzbot, who is a US-based, I'm sure most of you know Lulzbot. They're a US-based high-end 3D printer manufacturer. So the president of Lulzbot will be on here next week. Oh, yep. And so remember, 8 o'clock next Thursday, come tune in again to the interview with Lulzbot. And again, thanks, Peter, for giving your time. And like, subscribe, thumbs up. And if you'd like to support the channel, click below. You'll find my PayPal, you'll find my Patreon, and you'll also find my Buy Me a Coffee link. So if you want to support the channel, click on that link. And also, if you want to use some of the affiliate links below, they don't give me much. They give me a few bucks here and there. But if you want to buy something through one of my affiliate links, please feel free. It helps keep the channel alive, helps keep things going. And I look forward to speaking to you all next week. Thank you and have a good evening. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay printing.